A local mom in a rush to find a rental thought she had found just the perfect place, but just hours after moving in, she learned she had been ripped off.
That's right. Tonight, 13 Action News looks at what you need to know to avoid being the next victim.
And when you are responsible for other people, other loved ones, you have to do due diligence. And when you don't, it can be some heartbreaking, devastating consequences.
Lorri Johnson fell for a scam.
I mean, he not only took my money, he took my dignity. You know, I feel like a failure.
But before you judge her and say this wouldn't happen to you, Lorri says put yourself in her shoes. She and her son were renting the same home in the Centennial Hills area for 6 years. Then in March, Lorri learned the owner wanted to sell, and they only had 30 days to move.
It came as a surprise.
Lorri says she wanted a home in the same area so her son wouldn't have to change schools. She spotted a rental on Craigslist.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths.
Lorri called the owner, who explained his wife recently passed away and he couldn't bear to live in the home anymore. Then he texted Lorri a code for the lockbox.
So we get the key, we go in, and it's awesome.
Everything seemed legit. Lorri says the owner emailed her a lease and she agreed to put down $2,100.
But she admits it was a little strange when he requested payment through Bitcoin.
It was really kind of, it was just red flags, but because out of desperation, I just ignored them.
So Lorri moved in, but later that night, Celeste Robertson showed up.
I pulled up and I went to go see the property and pull my lockbox off for my new tenant that was moving in the next day.
Celeste is the senior property manager with RentVest and represents the real homeowner. That's when Lorri realized her lease was a fake.
I'm truly embarrassed, truly embarrassed.
Celeste says the thief was tricky, posing as someone pre-approved by her company to get the lockbox code and share it with Lorri. It's a scam they're seeing far too often.
Unfortunately, it's gotten a lot worse, and I would say this year, 2019, has gotten actually the worst I've seen it in my years of experience.
To fight these scams, RentVest is adding watermarks to their pictures to stop thieves from stealing them from bogus listings. They're also posting this flyer inside each property, warning potential victims they're inside a RentVest home. Celeste says beware of some common red flags. Someone who comes up with reasons to avoid meeting in person.
We have them physically come here to the office.
Also, method of payment. A cashier's check or money order is safest.
The best thing is always never wire money.
And finally, always verify who owns or manages a property. You can find out a lot with a quick search online.
Do a little bit of homework, take that few minutes, because it could really save you.
As for Lorri, she's still looking for a place while living with a friend. She's hoping others will learn from her mistake.
I just want people to know that it can happen. It can happen to you. Being in a rush makes you vulnerable and weak.
Yeah, and thanks to Lorri for speaking out so other people know about this.